Hello, everybody. So welcome back to Versatile Veggies. Today we are learning about eggplant. And in order to do this recipe on time without a huge break in between, I actually already threw the eggplant into the oven. The way eggplant parmesan works, that's what we're cooking today. I'll show you guys the recipe here. So you'll get this in the email tomorrow along with the health benefits. The way eggplant parmesan works is that you fry the eggplant and you bake it in the oven to fry it. You can also fry it on the pan, but it's a little bit healthier to bake it in the oven. And so I threw those into the oven about 30 minutes ago. That's the first thing on our recipe, is to preheat the oven to bake the eggplant. And I'm going to show you how I prepared the eggplant to be baked. Since I already did it, I didn't have it on recording. Actually, first, I wanted to show you guys a picture of the eggplant because I don't have it with me because it's already cut up. But this is what the eggplant looked like before I cooked it. That's what an eggplant looks like. It is out of season for eggplant, so you could see it was a little shriveled up, but it still is going to taste yummy. So what I'm going to do is you want a shallow bowl of eggs and water, and then you want panko in another bowl. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the sliced eggplant and you're going to saturate it with the egg wash, and then you're going to put it with the panko and you're going to spread the panko all around it. And this is going to be a really crispy texture. And then what you do is you spray a pan and you just put it on the pan. Since these are in the oven, I'm actually not going to cook these, but I'll show you one more time. You're going to take the diced eggplant, just cut in a circle like this. And then spread it in the panko, just like that. Awesome. Alrighty. Now I'm going to rinse. This is what they look like before they're cooked. Now I'm going to rinse my hands and check how the oven is doing. And that's perfect. These just are ready to come out. So as you can see, I have them on the pan. You can see they're a little bit crispy. So this is the baked eggplant. Another tip, my mom taught me this. I'm going to set these aside on the oven. I'm just going to set them down for right now. A tip when working with eggplant is sometimes eggplant can be really acidic. So to make it less acidic, what you can do is when you dice it up in those big circles that we were using earlier, you can sprinkle salt everywhere and then flip them over and sprinkle more salt on them and let them sit for about 30 minutes. And the salt will absorb and extract a bunch of liquid that's kind of acidic. And then you wipe all the eggplant off with paper towels on both sides to get rid of all the extra liquid that came out. And then you prepare the eggplant. So then we would do the egg wash and the panko. And that just gets rid of some of the acidity that's in eggplant. So now we're going to start on the sauce. So eggplant parmesan, like I said earlier, it's fried eggplant and you mix it with a marinara tomato sauce. And you basically create a casserole. So we're going to do layer by layer. We're going to do some sauce, some eggplant, some more sauce, and some eggplant. So I'm going to help make the sauce with you guys. I have in this jar right here, and I only cut up one eggplant and I'm only using this much sauce. And I'm also using a smaller pan because I'm just making dinner for me. So feel free to half the recipe or anything like that. So in order to make this sauce, we already have the marinara sauce in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic. And with this, tomato sauce, basil, garlic, and crushed red pepper. I just have basil seasoning, so I'm going to add a good amount of basil seasoning. And then we're going to add some crushed red pepper. That'll be good. And then just gonna shake it up. Alrighty, this looks good. So I'm gonna bring these over to the oven near the actual eggplant. And we're gonna bring you over to the oven as well. Alrighty, so we're gonna start by spraying. We're just gonna take some olive oil spray. We're gonna spray the pan that we're gonna use. And then in the pan, I'm gonna angle the camera down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. In the pan, we're gonna spread some marinara, some tomato sauce. So nice even coat. And then I got my cheese over here. So spread the sauce and half of the eggplant. So oh, you can see Milo. I was making dinner tonight with me. So we're gonna take the eggplants and we're just gonna put them on top of the sauce, just like that. I'm gonna try and squeeze 4 in here. Alrighty. Okay, and now we're going to add some more sauce. I'm gonna spread that out over the eggplant. So I put some more sauce and I covered up the eggplants that were already in here. And now we're gonna use a good amount of cheese. So this is Parmesan and mozzarella mixed together. I'm gonna put all this cheese on here. Oh, it's delicious. Now, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. We're gonna put 4 more eggplants on top. We're gonna add more sauce and top them off with cheese one more time. All right, and these are nice and crispy. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but they're really nice and crispy. They look great. They're gonna be a nice crunch when I eat them tonight. All right, and we're gonna add the rest of the sauce. What's great about this meal too is that my family had spaghetti last night, so we leftover spaghetti sauce, and that's just what we're using. So you can use leftover spaghetti sauce marinara to help get rid of leftovers, and this is a really easy meal to throw together. All right, so we put sauce all over it, and now we're gonna top it off with cheese one more time. And if you were cooking this and you use the recipe that we're gonna send out tomorrow, you'd be using a 9x13 pan, and you would actually use 2 eggplants. So I only used 1 eggplant, so that's why everything fit into this smaller dish. Another thing that we're gonna throw in here is some basil. So instead of the fresh basil, I just have this basil today. Just gonna sprinkle that on there just like that. And then we're gonna throw that in the oven. And that is how you make eggplant parmesan. I'll bring you back over here. We can go through a few of the health facts. in just 1 second. Alrighty, so the eggplant is in the oven now. So like I said, this is what the recipe looks like. Just like all the other recipes we send out, this is what it's called. Here are the ingredients and here are the instructions. And this is the health fact sheet and other ways that you can cook eggplant. So eggplant is really high in vitamin K and C and potassium. It's also high in fiber, and fiber helps not only your heart, but it also helps control, it also helps control your blood sugar levels. And your blood sugar is really important to make sure that you keep it within the normal range. And it's also high in antioxidants. Most veggies are high in antioxidants, just helps clear your body and put healthy nutrients into it. So a few ways that you can cook options. Eggplants are really versatile. Every veggie that we've picked so far, we've tried to create different ways that you can incorporate them into meals so that you can eat more vegetables during the day. That was the whole vision behind this show, Versatile Veggies. So we can encourage you guys to eat more vegetables. And eggplant truly speaks to this. You can throw an eggplant pretty much everywhere. Something that you can do is you can make them stuffed. So just like the zucchini, or we talked about doing it with mushroom heads, you can slice it in half long ways, scoop out the middle, throw some stuff inside and bake it. Here's a picture of that. And that's a really yummy way to cook eggplant. Any casserole like lasagna, baked ziti, you could do like a quesadilla casserole, anything like that. Chop up some eggplant, throw it in there. You won't even really know it's in there, but it'll add some great nutrients to your system. Pasta, so like when you're making spaghetti, you can incorporate pasta into the sauce, or you can incorporate eggplant into the pasta sauce. Another way you can cook eggplant is in a stir fry. If you cut up like zucchini and carrots and eggplant, some olive oil, salt, and pepper, and stir them up in the pan, you can create a vegetable stir fry. And those are great for you because they're healthier options than some other stuff. If you want some flavoring, you can also add some soy sauce to that. Other stir fry ingredients are mushrooms, broccoli, onion, all that kind of stuff is great in a stir fry. So yeah, those are a few ways to eat eggplants. You can always search up like eggplant recipes and there'll be a lot. Eggplant Parmesan is probably the most popular that I know of. If you like fried green tomatoes, that's what eggplant Parmesan reminds me of. Eating fried green tomatoes. It's kind of the same thing. They're those fried discs. Another thing you can do is an eggplant sandwich. So with the baked eggplant that was cooked in the panko before we added the sauce to it, you could put that on a hamburger bun and eat it like a burger if you really wanted that. So yeah, those are a few ways to eat eggplant, and we will send this PDF and this PDF to you tomorrow in the email. And so you guys can check it out and try some eggplant this week. You can go to the store and pick it up. It's in season during the summer. That's when we grow it in our garden. That's what it comes in our garden. Definitely a lot of things you can do with eggplant, and it's a great vegetable for you guys to try. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 20 more minutes, and I'm going to enjoy some eggplant Parmesan tonight. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys have a great evening, and let us know if you tried the eggplant, and you can add it to your Versatile Veggies cooking critique log. You can give it however many stars that you think it earns, and you can write what dish you made and any comments you have, and go ahead and share that photo with us so we can see you guys trying all the vegetables. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.